Hey there, friend. Today we're just covering all of the pieces of Love Will Keep Us Alive. But we're doing this in the style of the Eagles. We're not actually playing a cover of the Eagles song because we're not playing any melody. We're not playing any copyrightable chord progressions or finger-picking patterns. We're just playing this in the style of the Eagles song, which happens to be exactly like the Eagles song if you were to play it along with the record. So hopefully you enjoy that. First, we're covering the chords. Oh, I've got to recommend that you download the lesson binder, full lesson binder of all of the chords and all of the things that we need to get through this whole session. So do that now. Links in the description and one of the cards if you're on a computer. So we start with A sus2. And if you know these chords, you can jump right ahead using a chapter description here. You've got a little wedge where you can just kind of fast forward to the beginning of the lesson, of the finger roll. We have A sus2, open A, 2 middle strings on fret 2, fingers 2 and 3. Open B, open high E, A sus2. Then we keep that third finger exactly in the same spot it's in right now through the whole session. For the verse part anyway, the intro and verse. F sharp minor 11. So we move that second finger from the D string on fret 2 down to the low E string on fret 2. And we're using fret 2, skip the A and the D strings, and then we'll forward roll. Index, middle, and ring fingers basically command the top 3 strings, so those stay the same, only the bass note moves around. So good news for you and me. We've got 2, 2, open and open. That's F sharp minor 11. And then D add 6, 9. So we've got the open D string, fret 2 on the G string, open B and open high E. And then E is the same, E sus4 though. And then open low E, then 2, 0, 0 on the top 3 strings, stay the same. And then there's a resolve, a resolution to the E minor or the E major chord. We have the verse, now we need the chorus chords. These are a little more challenging, doable though. We have a D chord, and then an F. Well, if you don't know the D chord, we have open on the D, fret 2 on the G, fret 3 on the B, fret 2 on the high E string. F sharp minor is going to look a lot like this. As a matter of fact, it is exactly this. Fret 2 bar with a full fat capo right here, 2, 4, 4. We have 2, 3, 4. And then we use finger 1 to bar the top 3 strings on fret number 2 as well. Sometimes I'll have an issue with like the string slipping underneath one of the knuckles of my finger. So, the B string or the high E strings, usually I'll just kind of move my finger around until I can clamp all 6 strings. So you can experiment with that. So the chorus started with D, and then we moved to F sharp minor, then B minor 7, which is a really beautiful chord. So we have 2 on the A, 2, 3, 4 on the D, 4, no, we're barring again with finger 1. So 2, 4, 2, and then 3, and then 1. So we have the root, the 5th, the flatted 7, the flatted 3, and the 5. If you know what I'm talking about here, that's great. If you don't, we're just talking about chord tones. What makes it, it's basically the chemistry of that B minor 7 chord. Then we have E. With big fat E chord, another fat thing here. So we open low E, 2 on the A, 2 on the D, 1 on the G, and open B and open high E. Okay, we have all of the chords now. Let's just kind of jump back into the chord pattern for the verse and for the chorus. We have a very specific finger picking pattern to go through. So the finger picking patterns remains consistent throughout. And that finger picking pattern on the A sus2 is going to be a forward roll for 2 notes and then a reverse roll for the top 2 notes. So it's a little bit of back and forth. But that happens once. That's half of the pattern. And then we forward roll. So we combine those two to form one entire pattern. And if we play that enough, we can't emphasize repetition enough. I mean, it's fun to just kind of fool around, but if you wanted to really start being mesmerized by this finger picking pattern, it takes a lot of repetitions because you can highlight certain strings in the pattern, right? And if you want to play it, if you want to execute this clean like the recording, I mean, this is so unbelievably clean. The recording is so unbelievably clean. Go ahead and check it out with headphones if you haven't already. I mean, multiple times. It's just super clean, unbelievable. Just talent all over the place. We have that pattern on the A. Happens twice, and then we move to the F sharp minor 11. Same pattern, same number of times. D at 6/9. Then we have this really cool. Oh, don't go to the flatted 3. Make sure you resolve to the major third there. Okay, so that's just simply lifting that second finger, or whichever, the third finger most likely, because we've got that thing stapled down to fret number 2 on the G string. So we'll lift that finger instead of lifting the second finger, which was never there in the first place. Then the chorus section goes through this. Same chord, same finger picking pattern over the D and then the F sharp minor. Then we move up to the B minor 7. Oh. We've got to make sure, and you hear some buzzing on my guitar. Make sure to clamp all of those off. I think there's a walk down in here too we need to locate. Oh. There's that walk down right there on the E, which is really awesome. It doubles the bass line, and it's just so fat and powerful. Forward roll to the E7, which is open D string, and then the rest of the E chord remains the same. It's written in the tablature anyway. If you have the binder, you'll be all set. Then we're moving down to fret 4 on the A string, remaining, and we continue with that forward roll in this case. Then that's a C sharp, we move down to the B, and then we forward roll through that, which is basically an E with an E in the bass, and then an E7 with a D in the bass, then an E13 or something like that with a C sharp in the bass, and then an E with a B in the bass. Okay, we've got it. So I really appreciate you coming again today. This is a great session, particularly a wonderful song for Valentine's Day. So I hope you enjoy playing the song. Leave me some comments and concerns or any recommendations in the description of the video below. And I really appreciate you watching some more videos that we have coming up. They're for you. And like, share, subscribe, ding the bell. And until next time, happy picking.